But yeah, pissing. A lot of people just don't have the money, or they're stuck. And I guess people who have money don't understand that situation. Because I've lived in both situations, I understand it. Yeah. Then some people have animals and pets to care for. And I know some won't understand that because they're not pet people, but yeah, that's what I was just getting ready to say. I couldn't imagine leaving my cats behind. It just wouldn't happen. Well, I have to go get some eggs, so I'll have some tomorrow. Yeah, vanilla cardboard. Yeah, I've gotten some of that stuff before. I'm gonna run out and get some eggs. I'll be back. Hey, bro, you caught me heading out to get some eggs.
Nothing but time with your feet on the ground. I know you'll be fine. Just slow it down, baby. You got love on the line. Don't turn around, keep on the ride. Slow it down, baby. You got nothing but time with
when you feel it. Just don't let the feedback spin round and round. Let it out or let it go, but don't let it. Bad vibrations taking up space inside of my brain. I'm losing my patience. I try to keep it all to myself, fight to hold it back, but it swells. Write it out so no one can tell. Let it out, let it go, but don't let it echo. Say it loud, whisper it low, but don't let it echo. Tell them how you're feeling when you feel it. Just don't let the feedback spin round and round. Let it out or let it go, but don't let it echo. Conversations play on rotation. Need a vacation from my thoughts racing. Find somewhere that my tongue isn't tied. Someplace I can slow down the time. Breathe and just sit back and unwind. Let it out, let it go. Don't let it echo. Say it loud, whisper it low, but don't let it echo. Tell them how you feeling when you feel it. Just don't let the feedback spin round and round. Let it out or let it go, but don't let it echo. Let it out, let it go, but don't let it echo. Say it loud, whisper it low, but don't let it echo. Tell them how you're feeling when you feel it. Just don't let the feedback spin round and round. Let it out or let it go, but don't let it echo.
You're always running, 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 running. Where you gonna go? Running, running away. And this time I ain't gonna try to chase you. I always sit in that seat. But you never done driving away. And this time I ain't gonna try to make you stay. When you sneak out of the backseat from the front, sitting on the couch and the key of the motor on. Baby, who you gonna run? Who you gonna run away from? Yeah, when you always got a bag when it's getting late. Open up the gas on the toll, then you're out of state. Baby, who you gonna run? Who you gonna run away from? Yeah, you and that car. So who you gonna run? Who you gonna run away from this time? All that loving. You can throw that loving away. 'Cause this time I ain't gonna try to miss you. Yeah, when there was nothing. Baby, I got nothing left to say. And this time I ain't gonna try to fix you. Roll down the window and feel a bit of air. When you look to the right, I won't be there. When you take another backseat from the front, sitting on the couch with the key, the motor on. Baby, who you gonna run? Who you gonna run away from? Yeah, when you always got a bag when it's getting late. Open up the gas on the toll, then you're out of state. Baby, who you gonna run? Who you gonna run away from? Yeah, you and that car. So who you gonna run? Who you gonna run away from this time? Sneaking out of the backseat from the front, sitting on the couch and the key, the motor on. Baby, who you gonna run? Who you gonna run away from? Yeah, when you always got a bag when it's getting late. Open up the gas on the toll, then you're out of state. Baby, who you gonna run? Who you gonna run away from? Yeah, you and that car. So who you gonna run? Who you gonna run away from this time? Sneaking out of the backseat from the front, sitting on the couch with the key, the motor on. Baby, who you gonna run? Who you gonna run away from? Yeah, when you always got a bag when it's getting late. Open up the gas on the toll, then you're out of state. Baby, who you gonna run? Who you gonna run away from? Yeah, you and that car. So who you gonna run? Who you gonna run away from this time? Ring the bell at the start of another round. show me the way to love you. Show me the way to love you. The stones in my shoes are aching for you. The stones in my shoes are aching for you. The stones in my shoes are aching for you. The stones in my shoes are aching for you. Darling, show me the way to love you. Show me the way to love you. The stones in my shoes are aching for you. The holes in my jeans are aching for you. The knots in my head are aching for you. The smudge on my glasses is aching for you. Darling, show me the way to love you. Show me the way to love you. The stones in my shoes are aching for you. The stones in my shoes are aching for you. The stones in my shoes are aching for you. The stones in my shoes are aching for you. Aching for you. Aching for you. Aching for you. I hope you know how hard I try. Before you start to get a mind to say goodbye, I hope you see how far I go. Forever trying to bring my world to your front door. 'Cause the best is not enough. The best is not enough. It's gotta be better than the best if I do it for you. I hope it shows when love is true. I'm praying that the way it is ain't lost on you. 'Cause honey, in the end, truth be told, you're gonna need the kind of love that's full of soul. 'Cause the best is
You're rather hot or cold, and I got no control over which side of you I'm getting, babe. You're keeping me guessing. Oh, you have me on my toes, wondering if you wanna stay or go. You're disturbingly uncertain, and it's got me stressing. Oh, if you want me, come and hold me close, baby. Don't tease me. Don't ever let me go. If you still love me, baby, won't you let me know? If you still want me, don't ever let me go. If you wanna claim me, oh, why don't you say so? I hate the way you leave me waiting by the phone. 'Cause you got me obsessing over time that we had. Like, was it ever real or was it just all in my head? Yeah, that seed of doubt you planted is growing fast. So if you want me, come and hold me close, baby. Don't tease me. Don't ever let me go. If you still love me, baby, won't you let me know? If you still want me, don't ever let me go.
Broken, my heart was broken to the core. I was hopeless until you found me on the floor. Without you, I know I would never make it through the pain. I wanna be the one you run to when you run away, yeah. Hey, yeah. Even when the lights go out, you feel like you might break. I'ma be here, I'ma be here. Even if your tears fall down like waters in the rain, I'ma be here, I'ma be here. Oh,
When I first met you in 2010, you were with your ex back then. I was one of your best friends. We would call for hours until we slept. Wasn't it obvious that I want you to be mine? Only if you knew how much I adored you. It hurt me when I saw you with somebody else.
I'm going to have fish and pasta.
I wish you saw that. I put you first, I wish you saw that. When I first met you in 2010, you were with your ex back then. I was one of your best friends. We would call for hours until we slept. Wasn't it obvious that I want you to be mine? Only if you knew how much I adored you. It hurt me when I saw you with somebody else. I put you first, I wish you saw that.
Oh,
I wish you saw that. I put you first, I wish you saw that. I wish you saw that. I put you first, I wish you saw that.
Smay is fine. She'll be back Wednesday. She's doing some stuff with her sister this week. She messaged me to let me know so we wouldn't worry about her.
I'm lost between bridges, caught up in the maze. I can't see
Only person everybody keeps asking me about that I have no clue about is Spanky. Have you heard anything from Spanky?
of my days.
Well,
I'm reaching for answers,
I even had Mike to ask me about her.
holding onto my gaze. I need a little less thunder and a little more rain.
Oh, that's good. He was asking because she hadn't been in his channel in a while. Okay. So we know Spanky's good, so means that tortured whatever and Ashley quit bothering me. And
I'm holding my breath, hoping for something to change. I need a little less thunder and a little more rain. Just a little more rain, a drop of salvation. Don't wanna ride this train with no destination. In my shadow I see shame. When there's a fire, there's a flame. I need a little less thunder and a little more rain.
yes, I'm quite content.
I'm lost,
Haven't heard a thing from him in quite a while.
I can't find my
And they had a really hard hit of COVID too. A little worried about him. They escaped it for a long time, and then it hit them mad full steam like crazy all at once. How you might know how Woodsy Woods is doing? Don't keep hoping he'll find his way over here. Yep. I haven't heard from Julius. Now, Julius does have an account on Twitch and don't mind coming here, but I need to check on him. See if I can remember what his name is. Norwegian, and I can't remember what it is. I'll have to try to figure out what Julius's name is. Yeah, me too.
I'm in a centrifuge, seeking refuge from the madness of reason. I'm spinning out of a golden age. Every school's of thought dumbing down. Where are the sages on a collision course from now to nowhere? Hey, just supposing life begins just as it's ending. Simple way in an implosion of glory. Dare I hope for more? My heart implores, surrounded by denial. What of the passive force? Nature calling. It's the end game of the ages. Wait, just supposing our life begins just as it's ending. Just supposing we could all evolve instead of decomposing. Just supposing, instead of just hoping, seize the day. Just supposing, here going, ooh. Becoming part of the change, the solution. Feel it becoming. Seize the day.
At least we got US Man back.
Just supposing life begins just as it's ending. Just supposing we could all evolve instead of decomposing. Just supposing
Pull forward.
Woke up in the morning, I couldn't breathe. Thought I was dying till I felt you next to me. Your breath on my neck pulls me out of a dream. Was it the end or was it my anxiety? One more night that I couldn't sleep. Tossing and turning and begging my mind to let me be. But you're like coffee in the morning, a sip of you coming to the core. I'm sorry I never get a warning. The skies are blue till it starts to pour on me. No break in the daytime, forget to breathe. You see me crying, so you tell me, look at me. And I wanna go on now, take your hand and leave. But you just keep me tethered to your gravity. How the hell do I set me free? Pushing and pulling and begging my mind to let me be. But you're like coffee in the morning, a sip of you coming to the core. I'm sorry I never get a warning. The skies are blue till it starts to pour on me. You're like a blanket when I'm freezing, and I can't seem to believe in myself. I'm always needing you to tell me all the reasons I'm okay when I'm shaking and I'm staring at the pavement. I wish I didn't need you to be, but you're like coffee in the morning. Love you coming to the core. I'm sorry I never get a warning. The skies are blue till it starts to pour on me. It starts to pour on me. Till it starts to pour on me.
Hello, hey.
something to hold on to, a place you go to help you believe. I can be the one that you turn to when everything is too dark to see. Trust me, love me, make me your lucky charm. Take me, baby, carve me into your heart. I'll be a superstition. Put your faith in my eyes. I'll be a true religion. Come on and give me a try. Take you out of the darkness. Hold you up to the light. I'll be a superstition. Maybe I can save you tonight. Baby, you've been hurting so long now, losing track of all of the time. I know you don't wanna be lonely, so lay your body down next to mine. Trust me, love me, make me your lucky charm. Take me, baby, carve me into your heart. I'll be a superstition. Come put your faith in my eyes. I'll be a true religion. Come on and give me a try. Take you out of the darkness. Hold you up to the light. I'll be a superstition. Maybe I can save you tonight. I'll be a superstition. Come put your faith in my eyes. I'll be a true religion. Come on and give me a try. Take you out of the darkness. Hold you up to the light. I'll be a superstition. Maybe I can save you tonight.
everybody does know that the Restream bot is actually people, right?
That fuzzy face in a hurry. It's sparkle wrapped and it's blurry. Like Vaseline on a lens.
Yeah, Benson Hurst, Sammy.
Friend, you landed on a tide lit by a beam of light. Sparkling pretty bad things. So don't make it a crime. I've been wrong every time. Sparkling pretty bad things.
I would just call him Benson.
Another bird sings a song. By the certain age but
Poor Sammy.
last night while I fell asleep, went to a place low and deep. You landed on a tide lit by a beam of light. Sparkling pretty bad things. So don't make it a crime. I've been wrong every time. Sparkling pretty bad things. You landed on a tide lit by a beam of light. Sparkling pretty bad things. So don't make it a crime. I've been wrong every time. Sparkling pretty bad things. Sparkling pretty bad things. Sparkling pretty bad things. Sparkling pretty bad things. Shouting in the kitchen while our dinner burns. Tell you that I'm tired when I mean that I'm hurt. You start crying, all that's left to eat is your words. You never put me first. Standing in the same room but on different sides. Making your excuses for the 10th time. You're never gonna see me going down without a fight. You know I would have tried. But I won't stay if you're gonna stay the same. You say you wanna grow, but nothing seems to change. I think it's time to go our separate.
Alright, enjoy, Ford.
I never promised I would let you down easy. Let you down easy. I never promised I would let you down easy. I never promised I would let you down easy. Moving on was simple for the most part. You told all your friends about how I broke your heart, ignoring every chance to make a fresh start. And here I thought you were so smart. Standing in the same room but on different sides. Making your excuses for the 10th time. seems to change. I think it's time to go our separate ways. I never promised I would let you down easy. Let you down easy. I never promised I would let you down easy. I never promised I would let you down easy. Let you down, let you down. Let you down, let you down, let you down easy. Let you down, let you down. Let you down, let you down, let you down easy. Let you down easy. I never promised I would let you down easy. I never promised I would let you down easy.
Keep in mind just how much you mean to me. Keep in mind just how much I care. Keep in mind there's still so much we need to see. Keep in mind I'm not going anywhere. Keep in mind, oh keep in mind. Keep in mind, oh keep in mind. Keep in mind, you're the reason I'm so happy these days. Keep in mind, you're the reason love feels safe. Keep in mind, I hope you never go away. Keep in mind, all the reasons you should stay. Keep in mind, oh keep in mind. Oh, keep in mind, oh keep in mind. Ooh, keep in mind, listen when you're feeling low. Keep in mind, hear the words I sing. Keep in mind, I swear to you I'll never go. Keep in mind, you might be my everything. Keep in mind, oh keep in mind, oh keep in mind, oh keep in mind.
I have an electric heart. Everywhere is fake. All connections lost. I can't make it start. Love has drifted away. Everything is gone.
Almost.
My lights are dim Is anybody out there? I'm just waiting for a sign. Is it written in the stars? Are we meant to be alone? Am I still alive? I'm shutting down. I need to be renewed, and I can't live like this much longer. Surviving off the fear that I can never be with you. I don't know what to do. Will it be like this forever? All I need is your electric heartbeat. Electric heartbeat. Electric.
So how many videos do I have where I'm telling you what to do? Do this for your cat. If you love your cat, do this. If you really love your cat, do this. Now, of course, I don't expect you to do all of those things, but today's video is the 7 things not to do to your cat. And I would say, out of these 7, don't do all 7. Does that make sense to you? Fine. If it doesn't, rewind and do it again. Out of these 7, don't do all 7. Let's get right into it. At number 7, drum roll. Don't feed your cat milk. I mean, this is one of those historical things.
I knew that
one. See a cat with a saucer of milk, and cats drinking milk here and there. And, you know, it's the farmer giving his cat the fresh bowl of cream. It's not cool. Cats are, by and large, completely lactose intolerant. In fact, I can't even count how many homes I've been into where they say, my cat has the worst poops ever. And as we start to narrow down what the factors could be, it was milk. Yeah, your cat may just absolutely love or crave milk or ice cream, whipped cream, whatever. They do crave that really high fat content, but that doesn't mean that it's going to love them back. In fact, it's probably going to do the opposite. So if you love your cat, don't feed them milk. What not to do to your cat? Number 6, don't skip annual vet visits. Now, I get it. A lot of people do not bring their cats to annual vet visits. In fact, just a fraction of people who have dogs versus cats. I mean, dogs go to the vet a whole lot more often than cats. And a big reason behind that is it makes cats a lot more miserable. They hate going into their cat carrier, which, by the way, they don't have to hate it. Watch this video to find out more. But they just make a much bigger deal out of it by and large.
It just can
and
give
say,
them the
"Oh, I'm not gonna
poops.
put my cat through it." Please.
I'm
don't
just
do that.
watching the
Take your
7
cats
Deadly Sins
to their annual
with
vet
cats.
visits.
Gordon
Cats can experience very
Jackson
rapid physical
Gallus
changes,
cats
especially
for,
as they get older, past the age of 7, 8, up until that point. You just want to make sure that you're on top of those changes. And even if just to find out, what's the tartar deal here? How are my cat's teeth? Do they need to have a dental? Do they need to have teeth removed? These are things that are crucially important, as much as you would bring your children to the doctor every year just to make sure that they're okay. You really need to do that for your cat as well. So don't skip out, even if it doesn't make them all that happy. We all have bad days. So I know that there are things on this countdown that are going to make you go, oh, really? Like the milk thing? Oh, really? Well, get ready for this one. Number 5, don't dress your cat up. Please don't dress your cat up. I know it's cute. I know, putting your cat in a taco
actually,
costume just for Halloween.
it was
is
Kobe liked
adorable,
those. I bought
or
some
putting
one
those
day.
little melon hats on them, although I never really understood that one either. Yeah, I'll even look at something sometimes and go, oh, that's kind of cute. But no, don't do it. One of the major reasons are that, and I'm going to say most cats really don't enjoy it. There is this foreign pressure that's going on around their body, and cats' fur and the whiskers that really are all over their body, not just coming out of here, are highly sensitive. And there's so much of their body that's built on that sensitivity, and to just cloak them in something is just not physically pleasurable to them in any way. If your cat had a vote, do you think that your cat would love that taco getup? And I know there's plenty of you going, well, my cat feels awfully regal in their bow tie and their top hat, and when they look like Mr. Monopoly. Well, maybe your cat does love to look like Fred Astaire or whatever. More often than not, they don't. Number 4 on the what not to do to your cat hit parade is don't force interactions with cats. I mean, no matter how much you want to, no matter how cute Chester is sitting there just with that cute little nose, and maybe he's even doing a little blep, and you're just like, oh, I gotta squeeze that face. Don't do it. Cats are very much about their personal bubble. And if you go up to them when they don't want it and you continue to do that and you're like, I want you to sit in my lap, cat, then you're making that association they have with you just less valuable. Forced interaction also means petting. If your cat really isn't all that into just all that petting, and you'll know because they get overstimulated, they'll run away, their tail will wag, or maybe they'll even give you a little chomp, and yet you still do it because you like to pet your cat. You gotta know the individual cat, and if they are just like 3 pets and I'm out, respect it. Don't force it, because again, all that means is that you'll have a really nice time with them, but they'll hate it. Cats really are about coming to you. I know people hate to hear about all this. Yeah, of course, you can bribe your cat and say, hey, you want to come sit in my lap? Here's a treat. And they come and sit in your lap. That's fine. But the whole forcing, think about it this way. You know, you've got that friend who comes into your house, and that friend is all about like, I'm a cat person, and cats love me. In fact, people tend to call me the cat whisperer. Hey, Chester, come on over to me. And they go there and they force that pick up and put down and whatever. You think that Chester likes that person? No, I don't think Chester likes that person. Chester would love that person even more if they sat there and they waited for Chester to come up and rub against them, and maybe now we give them a little treat. Now that person is like the cat Santa Claus. So don't force interactions with your cats as badly as you want to. Let it be sort of a mutual decision. Now, in the middle of this list of all the things you shouldn't do, there is something that you should do, which is subscribe to this channel. It really helps us to make more content, believe it or not. And a lot of you who think that you're subscribed, you're actually not. So join the party, subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the bell so you know when I'm going live and when new videos are coming out, and give us a like, why not? Number 3, don't punish your cat. And I mean ever. And by punishment, there are a bunch of things that I'm going to lump in here, but they are all straight up destructive to your relationship without any upside whatsoever. You may think that punishment will get you somewhere in terms of having your cat not repeat a behavior. No, no, no. So let's first start with the squirt bottle. Do not squirt your cat with water. Sure, you think after a while, if they go up to the couch and you're sitting over here and they start scratching, you go, hey, and you squirt. All they are knowing is the presence of that thing. Sure, it means water. It also means what's attached to the squirt bottle. So now it's every time you pick it up, they run away. That's about you. That's not about the squirt bottle. And by the way, it stops working. You think that your cat isn't scratching that couch when you're out of the room? That means that the squirt bottle is not doing anything. And speaking of that, yelling at your cat when they're doing something, that doesn't work either. Again, it comes from you. It's your voice.
Very pretty, very pretty.
That says, oh, Chester, I love you. And no, Chester, don't do that. Now, again, if it's scratching the couch, maybe it gets him away from the couch for a minute. Every other minute of the day when you are not in the room, he's going to scratch the couch. So what have you gotten out of that? You've gotten fear. And that's it. And that's really what ties a lot of these together. Whether it's a little pat on the butt or a spank or a flick on the nose or anything like that, or whether you chuck something at them, that's never going to solve anything. All it's going to do, again, is make your cat fearful of you. Here's the thing about if you're going to have any sort of behavior correction, and I really do think that you want to focus on positive rather than negative, but even if it's that little air canister that tells a cat, don't come up on this couch, it has to happen every time. It has to happen with the same intensity. It has to happen within about 2 seconds of the action, or it's just not going to work. So whether it is the spank, the water bottle, the yell, the timeout, so to speak, all of those things give you nothing but distrust and an erosion of your relationship with your cat. And number 2 on the what not to do to your cat countdown. Again, this is one of those things where you guys are going to be like, really, Jackson? I mean, come on, really? And that is, don't do anything that your cat wouldn't want in order to make content. I'm going to let that sink in because, you know, we're on YouTube here and a bunch of other platforms, and I don't care whether it's, you know, TikTok or Reels or you know, Facebook or whatever, YouTube. I'm not being platform specific here. Whether it is dressing your cat up, whether it is surprising them by putting a cucumber behind them, whether it is running them under the bath just to see how cute they are when they're wet, you know, all of these things that your cat, if they had a vote, would be like, yeah, I don't want to. Making them do that in order to have the potential of a viral video is just, in my opinion, an absolute abuse of the relationship that you have with this cat. And if you catch them in a little sleepy position and you want to make that part of it, or you catch them doing something fun, go with it. But please don't put them in a situation where they are not going to have a good time in order for you and your subscribers to have a good time. And number 1 on the what never, ever, ever, never, not in a million years, things to do to your cat. Don't declaw your cat, period. And now I know that there are a lot of people who are like, yeah, but if I don't declaw my cat, I'm going to have to rehome them. I have to have a declawed cat because beyond I value my furniture and it's really expensive and I can't get them to stop scratching, or I have a baby and I'm afraid my cat's going to scratch my baby, or even I'm immunocompromised, or it doesn't matter. There's always a way around the behavior, always a way around the behavior without having to mutilate your cat. And that's what declawing is. It's straight up mutilation.
You don't like informative stuff, Kabam?
Claws. What we're doing is de-knuckling them. That's what it is. I don't care what anybody tells you. I don't care what your friendly neighborhood vet says right before they give you the deal. Hey, I'll spay your cat and declaw them. It's a deal. Don't do it. There's a reason why
his voice is fine.
Countries in the world have outlawed it. There's a reason why we're making this effort to criminalize it in different cities and states around the U.S. We're trying desperately to pass this message along that it's not good for your cat. And there's also the argument that is patently ridiculous and disproven through statistics and studies, which is, well, declawing your cat is a whole lot better than having to surrender them to the shelter. No, it's not. Basically, what you're doing is you're doing a short-term solution. There's a real good probability you're going to have a
Jackson
longer-term
Galaxy.
solution. You're still going to give them to the shelter, and those behavior problems are going to follow them through their lives. I have seen cats, and I've been doing this for a very long time, and it's always been the case, whether it is cats who refuse to use the litter box afterwards. You're worried about them scratching? Well, now you're going to have to deal with pee outside the litter box. And you're dealing with a cat who, once they've lost that preliminary line of defense, which is their claws, now they're going to bite much more often, much more readily. So you're worried about, for instance, you have a toddler, you're afraid of what's going to happen with those claws, so you get them declawed. Now you're going to have a cat who's going to more readily bite. So whether it's the pain that they go through, whether it's just the destruction of their natural cat mojo, whether it is problems that now will arise because of the quick fix that you went for, none of it works. And what I will tell you is there's a pathway through that will work. Behavioral techniques that I tell you about, whether it's in my books or my videos, I tell
If I could, I'd be really, really rich. Maybe one. I wouldn't mind having a kid anyway. I like kids are cool. Yeah, I didn't make it go off the rails. Y'all are the one talking all the weird stuff. One or more of you did. I didn't. Oh, Lordy. Belly full. Where you at, little P? Oh, you're on your tower. I see you there. Hope you liked your treat food.
What is your call for talking to me?
Come here.
I don't have to talk to you.
I want to show
I'm
you
not
something.
under arrest.
I'm trying to show you. Listen, see your car right here, ma'am? See it's on red. You see AW8.
There's no possible way you just did that in the system.
No.
There's no possible way. My car has
She's
never,
literally
ever,
not gonna know.
been stolen. Ever.
Well,
Ever.
listen. We're trying to tell you. We're trying to tell you.
No, it hasn't. Leave me alone. No, it hasn't. Never in life has it ever. Everything is in my name.
Listen,
Could it be
we're trying to show you why we stopped.
System you did?
No,
Did you make up the
listen,
numbers?
no, listen.
Where'd you get the numbers from?
All right, I'm done.
There's
Can't
no
talk about it. Literally, we're past that. We're past it. We're past that.
stuff back so I can go.
It's reported as stolen.
Okay, but it's mine. You see, I'm the owner.
Would you let me talk? If you're the
Sure.
owner, we'll take it out of the system and we'll have you on your way.
What
But
are you
that's
gonna
why
do it?
we're confirming that you're the owner.
What else do you need?
To run you in the
What
system
else
to
do
make
you
sure this
need?
car is registered to you. Alright?
Give me my registration and my insurance now.
Man,
Yeah, she seems to have some issues there.
Give me my registration and insurance.
Can we?
You're not gonna give it to
Listen,
me.
ma'am,
You're not gonna give it to me.
ma'am,
You're not gonna give it to me.
ma'am. Can you please come over here? Just let them do what they gotta do. You'll be on your way.
Give me my.
What's your
Tired of
name?
you cops. Tired of you. I hope y'all all go to hell. I can't wait till Hartford has a riot.
I said I love Jesus, so that's not happening.
I bet it will. Soon enough, it's already written. Bible,
I do read the Bible. I read the Bible.
it's already written.
Don't even bother. Don't even bother.
It's already written.
Don't even
Let's
bother.
talk about it. No, I don't want to talk to you.
Stand over
I'll
there.
just leave.
No, you can't leave. You can't.
It's my car. I can absolutely.
Ma'am.
Mike, do you have the keys?
Ma'am.
Yep, she was out from 12 till almost 5 o'clock today.
Stay over there. Stay over there. Stay over there. Stay over there. Stay
Right now she's sleeping.
Stay over there. I'm not gonna tell you again. Stay over there. Get out of the car.
It's my car and it's not stolen.
Listen, watch
It's
out.
my car.
Let it out of the car.
It's my car.
Yo, what are you doing?
It's my car.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
I love Little Peanut. I do.
Get out of the car. Stay over there.
And she is the most loving little cat you'll ever meet.
Stay over there.
She's the only cat I've ever had that gives me kisses.
Get back. Get back. Get back.
No, my daughter's in here. Leave me the alone.
Stay over there.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
I'm not gonna tell you again. Stay right there.
Leave my sister alone. Yeah, it's gonna be fucking alone.
Stay back.
She was out till 5 o'clock from about lunchtime to about 5 today, hey?
Put the car in park,
Put the
baby.
car in park.
Car in park, baby. Put it in park.
You guys back up.
Back up. Back up. Back up. Get behind the curb. I'm not telling you again. Get back.
Leave me alone.
Back up.
Step out this way.
What are you? Get back.
Let's go.
My car. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I have my daughter here. Leave me alone.
Just like him. Don't tell me to step back. We here. We here
Listen.
for our sister. I
No,
don't
that's
care.
fine. We're trying to listen. We're trying to run the protocol. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Get behind the curb. Get behind the curb. Back up. Back up, ma'am. Ma'am, stay back. Stay back. Stay back, please. Please stay back. We got. Listen. Get back. Get back. Get back. Get back. Get behind. Get behind. Get back. Get back. Relax. 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 Get back. I'm not gonna tell you again. Get back. Get back. Look what they doing now. She's not listening. Get back. So what? I'm not listening. Stay back. What the do? I'm not listening. Bro.
It's crazy. Y'all gonna do that to a female.
Hey, she's not feral anymore.
She made her decision. Stay back.
She's a totally tame, loving, sweet house cat
I'm not
who is
stay over there.
horrified of going outside.
All right. Back up.
You don't need that.
She may have started out life feral, but not anymore. She's not.
Why is there not a female officer?
Guys, back up. Listen.
She can't
They gotta
breathe,
try to calm her
man.
down. Relax.
So you need to tell them that she can't breathe, man. They need to help her, man.
Trust me. They're doing what they gotta do. Step back.
Okay, I'm gonna record because
That's fine. Record all you got once, but stay. Record, but stay on the curb. Stay on the curb.
I'm right here. That's fine.
We good.
Oh, it's a joke. Yeah, she's not feral anymore at all.
Not right. It's not needed for all this extra stuff. I'm an officer too. This is not needed for all this.
Yeah, the cops were handling it pretty calmly, actually, in this case.
Why is there not a female cop out here?
All of these men and
We need a female cop out here.
Just step back.
Hold up. Just relax.
Just step back.
Just relax.
Anyone else?
Just relax.
Stand that way.
Sit down and stay still.
Yeah, baby, calm down. Calm down.
You got.
I mean, now she got to see ready in the restraints. She got to calm down.
Already making my way. If you guys can make your way to 9 Willis on the 6375. White female blonde hair wearing a white shirt and jeans. Black male wearing a gray sweater and jeans in the building refusing to leave. CJ in the supervisor, turn 40.
Right now, they don't need to. The female officer doesn't even work. She's not.
Are you a relative? I thought you said you were his sister.
That is my sister.
So the little girl's in the car.
Ain't that your brothers? That's my sister.
There's a little girl in the car.
That's not my name.
Well, you're saying that's your sister, so I would suggest go over there. A whole kid in the car. Ma'am, calm down. Just,
Are y'all serious right now? Are you serious? Oh, no.
stay back.
Serious right now? We want y'all bad numbers right here. We want y'all bad numbers. What's your bad number? What's your name, sir?
The ones that's doing it, we want their
Yeah, we want them names and bad numbers. Y'all got a problem. Y'all gonna have a problem.
351, I'm out here. I'm stepping out.
Look at y'all slum. Y'all about to break
Stay
my
back.
foot. Look out.
Stay back. Back up. On the curb.
Y'all about to break
Get
her
on the
foot.
curb.
Y'all about to break her foot. Y'all close her foot in the door. I don't care.
Stay back. Get on the curb. Boss, get on the curb.
Y'all close her
I'm not gonna tell you one more time. Stay on the curb.
What you mean? I got it on tape. What you talking about? I don't care. I'm not gonna stop yelling none of that. Y'all gonna hear me today. Put that down. Out of here.
A car coming up, handle the crowd on the west side. Pull right up.
Y'all hurting her. Put her in the ambulance. So stop them. Put her in the ambulance.
Driving a car.
Video with Scabo. put on there.
Smart.
She's scared. Look at how much of y'all to her. What do you mean? Get out of here.
Get that cruiser out of here with the female on.
What's your badge number? Everybody that jumped out here. Mike 6, Marina. What's your badge number? Everybody that jumped
Here,
on
y'all.
her.
What's your badge number?
We want everybody that jumped on her. We want your
Yeah, I
badge.
know all of them badge numbers.
Interesting, weird, interesting. Well, I don't disagree. And see, the problem is, see, your fault. You got to be careful there, though, with Scabo. One of my big problems with a lot of people I talk to on the right, the all or none. See, you can call out bad cops and make them public and not hate all cops. You can support the police and demand accountability at the same time. I wasn't saying political. I'm just saying that there's a group of people who seem to have the all or none way of thinking about things. In other words, either you support the police or you don't. No. You can support the police because that's generally who the people are. I've yet to meet a person on the left who had that ideology of all or none. I don't see anybody on the left with blue line flags in front of their house, all that stuff. But anybody who has an all or none attitude, that's wrong. Well, I mean, how do you do it without calling somebody out? I mean, really, how do you do that? I mean, I can sit here and say we support the police and we should call out bad police. Absolutely. And one group of people will tell me that I'm a terrible person, that I don't support the police because I believe that. What do I call that group? Just idiots? I think citizens are already held accountable. They go to jail. In other words, I've yet to see a citizen misbehave and beat up a cop and not go to jail. Never seen that happen. Ever. But when a cop does wrong, they should be held to the same standard. If they do something illegal, they should go to jail. Not be laid off with pay or just fired, but they should go to jail. And therein is the problem. They are now, but think about how many years before videotapes where they didn't. To an extent, I agree. But there's some things I simply won't do that with. I won't listen to someone argue to take away somebody else's rights. I won't respect that. It's wrong not to respect someone who wants to take away people's rights. I can't do that. Ever. The lady was a nutcase, to be quite honest. Cops behaved quite well. See, I guess, Muscabo, there's a big side of me that's very libertarian. And I believe that it's none of my business what other people do. Or any of their business what I do. And anytime somebody tries to step over that line, I'm not going to respect them and I'm not going to give them the time of day. That simple. Why would she not have a chance? Come on. And she's from there. She's running herself. Nobody else is running her. It may have been managed. Some of these videos that pop up lately aren't even real. Some of them are staged too. As I said, I'll listen to the other side of the issue to the point of where the other side starts saying they're going to take away people's rights. And that's not Republican or Democrat. That's libertarian free. Y'all want to watch a funny? Well, typically I'm cooperative, give them what they want. Only time I've ever really gotten in an argument with an officer was years ago. I was on the way home from my shop. It was 100 degrees. Well, I think a lot of that may have to do with, I guess how you've been treated in the past and through your life. Scabo might have a big effect on that too. To give you an example, my friend Sammy that I worked with when I was like 16 or 17, we lived near each other. He was a black fellow. We both took the same route to work. I sped every day, and I never got pulled over. I had kind of a crappy car too. He, on the other hand, had a newer Beamer, and he was pulled over an average of 2 to 3 times a month. And he wasn't speeding. They just wanted to check his ID and his registration and his tag. You can't tell me that's just random luck. But that's a lot of the way it was growing up in the South when I was younger. And I imagine still is a lot of places. So it's easy to understand how you could become irate at some point. Now me, as for, let's see, what did you ask me? Oh, it was like 100 degrees. And me and, believe it or not, it was Brian Warner who worked for me then. We were coming back from the shop, and I told him to reach into the dash and get they had a license check, and to get my registration and all that, which he did. Pulled up, and then the cop makes us pull over to the side of the road because he thinks that Brian was hiding something in the car. Well, I gave him my driver's license. They couldn't get the computer to verify my license. We were there like 30 minutes. I was like 100 degrees. Then they decided they wanted to search my car, which they did. And they made a hell of a mess. They pulled everything out of the glove box and everything else, and I just went off. They come back finally with my driver's license normal and had found nothing, and I went totally off and screamed until they put everything back exactly the way they found it. And they did. Well, that's what I did too up until that point. Looks like Wisconsin, there's actually probably a video somewhere still of it. You were around, I don't know if you saw it, but when I was riding my bike in Miami, and I cut across through the park, which was closed, admittedly, on my bike. I came up on some cops with some young black guys on the ground. And I stopped and asked what was going on. And they said, well, they're in the park while it's closed. And if you don't want to end up like them, you best move on. Now think about this. They were in the park while it was closed. I was in the park while it was closed. Okay? What's the difference between the two of us? Well, there was like 10 cops and only 4 boys, so I'm pretty sure they could have handled me. Added me to the collection. I say boys, they were actually young men. Probably late teens, early 20s. Well, perhaps. I don't know. But I've just come from the South. I've seen a lot of stuff with Scabo that's questionable. Like when I was a teenager, me and 2 of my friends, well, there was 4 of us all together, 5 of us all together, actually. Um, Everybody was white. There was 1 black kid with us. Cop stopped us, asked us what we was walking around town for. And we just said, we're just hanging out, going to the game room. Well, the cop decides to search the black kid. None of the rest of us. Which was kind of funny because 2 of my other friends did have some pot on them. But nope, they wanted to search the black kid. Yep, I saw a lot of it growing up, so. I can understand a certain level of rage in some people sometimes. Most of my dealings with the cops have been pretty good. I did have a cop to arrest me once for not having paid a seatbelt ticket that I swear to God I don't remember ever getting. To this day, I swear I never got a ticket. Now, my dad, he was not quite so understanding with the officer. And my only other semi-bad interaction with an officer was when I was 16, my car, of course, was in my dad's name. And his insurance and all. And the highway patrolman pulled me over. He checked my license, said they were fine, but he said there wasn't no insurance on the car. He was going to have it towed. There was a payphone nearby, so I walked over to the payphone and I called home. I was only 2 miles from home. And I told my dad what was happening. My dad got there about the same time the tow truck got there. He walked over and told the officer that that car was in his name and it was his car and it damn well did have insurance. And he was going to drive it home. And if he wanted to follow him home and arrest him, he could damn well do that if he chose to. But that's the way it was going to be. My dad went over, got in my car, and he drove it home, and I followed him in his. I followed him, and the cop followed him all the way home. When we got home, the cop just drove right on by. But to be fair, in my little town, my dad was a member of what they used to call the Good Old Boys Club, if you know what that is. Small town politics stuff. Very well known kind of thing. But outside of that, I've never really had any problems with the cops. But I just say that accountability is an absolute necessity. Yes, I had some privilege in that town. Just because my dad was well known. But like I said, that was small town politics of the era. And I don't know, I imagine to some extent it probably still is. Oh, I don't disagree. I mean, there were a lot of cops in my town that didn't like me because I was a long-haired, hippie-looking boy in the 70s and early 80s, which was kind of a no-no. But everybody knew my dad, so that gave me a little bit of. I didn't get hassled too much. In fact, in the case of the two cops I had trouble with, they were state troopers and didn't know my dad or anything about me. The one that arrested me for the seatbelt, and I'm not so much say he was important as he was a friend to everyone. Give you an idea with Scaba, and I'm not bragging. It was 4 miles from the church when my dad died, where he was buried. When we pulled in at the cars end to end, when we pulled in the cemetery, cars were still coming out of the church 4 miles away. Well, about 4.5 actually. Yeah, he was pretty well known. That was kind of a proud moment, really. Well, I was sad that my dad passed away, obviously, but just hearing that on the radio that the last cars are leaving when we're already there, pretty wild. Yeah, he was well liked, well known. Like I said, that gave me a lot of leeway. It's like one night, we used to have a thing in town there, Wisconsin, called Lover's Leap, right in town. And what it is, it's a hill that you go up, and then it goes straight down on the road. And I was young and dumb, and I got to that hill and I floored the car. And I left the ground as I went over that hill, and then I saw it in front of me, a police car that I was about to hit. That cop floored that car to get out of my way, and he just barely did get out of my way. And then he pulled me over. I thought, I am so screwed. He walked up to me and he goes, I know this car and I know you. You're Sam Taylor's son, aren't you? And I said, yes, sir. He goes, this is an awful nice car. Tear up like that. He goes, I really wouldn't do this if I was you. He goes, now, I'm not going to give you a ticket. He goes, don't do that anymore. And nice car, by the way. That was when I had my Caprice. Yep. The big black pretty car. Or at least I thought it was pretty. Everybody else did too. They borrowed it for proms and parades. I guess somebody thought it was nice. And somebody stole it too. Somebody definitely thought that. Well, they thought some of it was nice, the parts they kept. Now, there's one more incident. A young officer gave me a ticket for doing a burnout on Main Street. Probably, again, a dumb thing to do. But I went and saw the magistrate. The magistrate called me in there and he said, Frank, he goes, can't do much about this ticket. He goes, but when you go to court, don't ask for a continuance. So what do you mean? Don't ask for a continuance. Okay. I got to court. Oddly, the officer wasn't there. They just missed it. Those were my only instances of getting tickets in my whole life, just about. Yeah, I'm more of the quiet type too, Wisconsin. But I used to be more outgoing. But I don't know if it's me that changed or the world that changed. But it seems like people aren't as friendly as they used. When you do say hi to somebody, they look at you strange. Might be, but I still find myself, nodding at people or saying hello. And every once in a while, you'll get a friendly hello back, but more often than that, you'll get a look. Well, I don't run into that many women out and about. Um, I would say pretty much equal as far as saying hello to them. Women will tend to be more, they're more likely to say hello back or thank you or something. You open the door or something like that. No, come on. I haven't really paid much attention to that. I say hello equally to both, but I live in a predominantly white area, so same thing with Bloomsburg. In Florida, I would say the Latinos are most friendly. When I lived down there, they were the most likely to engage you, talk to you, uh, be friendly with you, stuff like that. We give an example. When I moved into the condominium on the bay, nobody talked to me except for the Latin people. When they came and introduced themselves to me, welcomed me to the building. Now, the other people I got to know over time, but they came to me and introduced themselves. I think that's a cultural difference. One thing I've never quite understood though, when I had my Caprice years ago, it was a nice car. Everybody liked it, but they did call it a land yacht, same as you managed. But my best friend had a '70s Chevelle. '70s Chevelle was only 2 foot shorter than the Caprice. They were both two-door. But mine was considered a land yacht and his was considered a sports car. Mine was faster though. I beat him at the track a few times. I'm going to have to find something to watch on TV. I'm bored. Everybody quit talking to me too, so. Oh, let's see what I can find here. Get lots of new followers. I see Wiscabo gifted a Taz to gifted a sub to Taz. Oh, Wiscabo gifted a sub to Taz. One of my coworkers suggested I watch this, so I'm going to give it a check out. Called The Boys. Turn off